What's up, YouTube? Welcome back, Shawl Gang. Long time no see, but we are here today for Onew Comeback Day with Tough Love. And this comeback is extra exciting because he will be promoting on music shows for the first time in like 3 or 4 years, I think. So very exciting for him. I know he's been doing a lot of promo for this one, so I think it's really close to his heart. And I've heard him talk a little bit about the message that this song has, so I'm excited to see how that plays out through the video. But let's check it out.
Tough love 상처받겠지만 좀 더 참아줘 너를 위해 날 서 있는 이 세상 이겨내야 해 한결 넘어선 순간 날 수 있게 Don't you know it hurts like hell to see you be a shadow of yourself
That was unexpected.
I know you got something so special. Won't stop till you reach your potential. Chase it, 네 안에 떨림. Make it, break it, 요리벽 따윈. I know you got something so special. Won't stop till you reach your
The
potential.
drama. This instrumental is really neat too.
Truth hurts. 너의 갇힌 어느 보석보다 더 환히 빛나 끌어내줄게 But you need honesty That's my policy I need you to be realized Don't you know it hurts like hell To see you be a shadow of yourself Jumping, 세상 끝까지 diving, 두려움 없이 I know you got something so special Won't stop till you reach your potential Chase it,
His styling has been so good lately.
요리벽 따윈 I know you got something so special Won't stop till you reach your potential
And that's that ball that we saw at the beginning. He always puts in the acting. Okay, so it's like an egg in a nest, and so the egg is like the potential inside of you, and you have to nurture it so that it can be born. And everything turning green and bright around him.
온 세상이 기다려
Oh, and then it restarts. Very cool. Yeah. Another amazing song and music video from Onew. I really, really love the direction that he's been taking with his music since going solo and creating his own company. He's had a lot more involvement in the writing and the composition and all of that, and production and everything. I think this might be the first time, actually. I could be wrong on this. Don't quote me on this. I think I saw somewhere that this might be the first time that he's directly involved in the composition of the song as well as the production writing, which he's been involved in for quite some time now. But like all his music videos lately have been just very like he does very good job with like the cinematic like storytelling music videos. He puts in the acting. He's very inspirational, and he just has such a good message to all of the music videos that he's been making, this now included. I mean, his music output lately has been insane. He has been in that studio all the time. But yeah, like Winner was one of my favorite music videos of that year. Just stunning storyline, all of that too. And then this one is in that same like line of theme. Like the lyrics of this were great. I won't quote them because I don't remember them, but we'll get into them when we rewatch. But just the message of like, don't stop until you reach your potential, and like the pain of unrealized potential is greater than the pain that it takes to do what you have to do to reach your full potential. And you might fail like sometimes on the way there, like those scenes where he falls backwards, but he still gets up and he keeps going no matter how much it hurts, because that's what life's about. And then his voice is just one of my favorite voices of all time. Like his vocals just hit you right into your heart and soul. And I just really appreciate everything that he puts into his music, into his production. Yeah. But let's go through it again and see. So we've got this egg, I guess. Then rolling into this cave of darkness. So like, and you notice we start with this like very like a little bit blurry, a little bit overexposed type of color scheme. It's dark, it's dreary. And who sounds like that? Like, it's just, his voice is just so amazing and so comforting. And it just really works so well with this style of music and with the message that he has just been putting out, because you feel it in your heart. And I think this part is kind of interesting here. So like he stands up on this raft and he's being pulled along. So it can kind of, like, the way that I'm interpreting this is that it can kind of represent like the support and the help that you get from others too on your way to reach your full potential. Like, you're not doing it all on your own. You can accept that help from others too, but there's still a lot of work and a lot of pain that you're going to have to endure on your own as well. But yeah, this lyric. Yeah, don't you know it hurts like hell to see you be a shadow of yourself is just like, what a lyric. And then just like it really hits deep, and then the vocals in it, you like, you can see how much the song means to him, and he gets that emotion of it across so well. And then I like how the ripples of the water here. I'm going back and forth between so many different things. But I really like how like the ripples of the water here, it matches like kind of the pattern and the drapery like of this sheet. And then this transition, like both in the video and in the music itself, like super unexpected. Because I mean, starting like with that verse, like it's kind of giving like ballad vibes at first. But then like we come into this chorus and you get hit with this more modern beat, and then all of the animations. And I love with his music videos, they're all so well produced and so creative, and everything he incorporates, it's done by human hands and human work and human creativity. But like that little bit of like scratch in the beat, I think actually works really well with this scene here. Like the way that he's pulling this giant boulder along the rocks, like you kind of like feel it, and then going into this crocodile mouth. But like he does such a good job with the acting. Like you can feel the desperation just in the way that he moves here. And then all the eyes looking at him. So just like kind of representing like on your way like to reach your potential, like when you're trying that hard, like you and you're in like this deep cave, like the pit of the expectations of others watching you. It's also a very heavy burden. Okay, I'm revising my theories like as we go. But like having him pulling the rope now, it's still the same rope that was pulling him before, but now he's the one pulling it and like having it be attached to the boulder. So it's almost so maybe like instead of like the help of others, it's like the just the idea of your potential and like what's out there that can pull you towards it at first, and then you also will then do the work of getting yourself there despite the burdens of that that all entails. But just like having that I don't know, reward like vision at the end of the journey, that also in itself pulls you along. But these beats are so cool. And it's pretty unique. Like I haven't heard anything quite like this in a while. And then that transition is cool. Like so much going on here. And then boom. It's so much more seamless than it feels like it should be. And then I love how like this big giant boulder, like as it breaks apart, it also it leaves that wound on him. See, and then you got that light at the end of the tunnel, but that uphill climb, that's not easy. And then yeah, like that lyric, like I need you to be realized, just like not even just doing it for like himself, but it's like he's encouraging you too. So it's like the song is also about how important like it is for others that you reach your full potential too. Like it's not just yourself, but like others want to see you do well and do your best too. And that's very encouraging. And this here, like we've been climbing up, but now we're falling back. So it's like even on your journey there, like there will be times when you fall off the highest mountains and you have to climb them again. But it's still better than the pain of seeing yourself as just a shadow of yourself. His vocal control is just incredible. Like the fireworks mixed with the explosions back here. Like it's so fitting, like on your journey to becoming like your full self. Like there's gonna be times for celebration and there's gonna be times everything goes up in flames, but all of it together is part of the beauty of that journey. And then also his styling here of the necklace, like this kind of fringe look. The orange hair is perfect on him. Like all of his stage looks, all of his outfits recently, like his stylist had just absolutely cracked the code. He looks incredible. This scene is fun. Like you have all these dissolve, like fading transitions of all these different places of him running, and then he jumps from the top frame to the bottom frame and then continues from there, which I think is fun. And then like this clip and this frame is just like a very cool, like very much like a desktop wallpaper type of scene. But I like how in his music videos, like he always has like those whimsical and like kind of quirky moments with the editing, but it's still all like such great editing and production, but it's all very much his specific style. which I have loved to see come out through the last couple of years as he's been with Griffin. Like, that's crazy. First of all, who can do it like that? Like, singers who can sing ain't never gonna let you forget. Ugh, he's so good. And then another thing that we noticed is the burden that he's carrying. Like, it was a square cube boulder at first, and then later on it transitioned to just being a circle. So it's like the more that you carry this burden and you pull it and you work towards reaching your potential, the easier it becomes to carry. Like, a circle is a lot easier to roll along than a square that you have to drag. And then he hits the finish line, and this is, now it's the same egg that we saw at the beginning. And the acting, the drama. And also just like the coloring of this scene, this light coming from back here, this glow, like a very sunrise type of setting. And then you like the little bit of filtering, like these rocks have a very like purple kind of glow to them. And then you've got the little like, I don't know, little plants, weeds, whatever, growing up out of here just to add a little bit of texture to the scene. It's just a really pretty shot. And like the trees are dead, notice. And then when he like goes into the nest, everything comes alive again. But like the dead trees actually make this scene like look really cool because it adds just like a little bit of texture without adding a full blown like shadow. See, he's always gonna put in the cinematography. And then, like I said, like this looks like a nest, so it's like this is actually an egg, and you nurture the egg, and when it hatches, now it's your full potential, and the whole world around you becomes from dead to alive.
네가 가진 특별함을 온 세상이 기다려.
And there it goes again. And then into this logo, which the logo is cool in itself. And I also think, yeah, pretty much the only time that we see green at all in this video, besides in these little animations right here, the only time that we see green is right at the end. So it just like even looks like all that extra dramatic where like life is finally beginning because of all the work that you've put in throughout the rest of the video. But yeah, I really enjoyed this from him. Like I said, I want to give him so much appreciation because I love the message that he puts out there. I love how heartfelt he is with all of his music and in all his interviews about it too. Definitely encourage you to go check him out because he's very well spoken, and I love hearing him talk about the messages in his music because you can tell just how close to his heart that they are. And like I said, I love his voice. One of my favorite voices in all of K-pop. I have seen him live in concert twice, which I've vlogged both of them. So if you want to check those out, you can check it out in my concert vlogs playlist. But I have one vlog that's just his concert from 2025. And then I have one vlog where it's all in one vlog because it was all 1 week. I see his concert, Taemin's concert, and Baekhyun's concert. So you can check that one out too. Fan cams, snippets of his stunning live vocals. Truly just otherworldly experience getting to hear that in person. So if you haven't had the chance, I hope you do because he has been going on tour more often. And it's just like, it's such a good time every time. Like, he's the sweetest. He connects with the audience so well. And his vocals are just everything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this won't get a ton of views because I mostly do girl groups and don't have a huge boy group audience, but like I said, I always want to give him all the appreciation. And if you're just checking this out because you're one of my subscribers and you just wanted to see what was up with it, I definitely encourage you to check out more of his music. Like I said, Winner is another one of my favorite music videos of his. And then my favorite album of his is his Flow EP. Everything on that, like I don't listen to full albums through too often, but that is one of the few that I go back quite often to just and listen to it all the way through because I think it's so good. And then Circle, obviously, one of his masterpieces. And yeah, I've got some other Shinee reactions and, like I said, concert vlogs too. I also saw another one of Taman's concerts. I saw SM Town. I saw Key's concert. So you can check out all those vlogs too. We got a couple Shinee reactions and choreography reactions too. And yeah, make sure to leave a like, comment all your thoughts down below, give him all of your support and appreciation because he deserves it so much. And also, one other funny thing that I just wanted to talk about with this release, like it not really like that related to anything at all, but I just think it's really funny that it's called Tough Love and like most a lot of those sounds do not exist in the Korean language. So like in Hangul, it's just translated to Topa love, because there's no like sound, there's no true L sound, and there's no true V sound either. So I just thought that was a funny title when it's so hard to pronounce in Korean. But he did a great job. But anyway, like I said, love our boy, and make sure to subscribe, like, comment, Patreon, link down below, and in my bio. It's the best way to support the channel, and I hope to see you there. If not, I will see you next time.